And then he was just also talking about maybe the possibility here to strengthen supervision and regulation down the road.
And saying they do welcome an independent investigation. And as has been the case since the beginning of this tightening cycle with Jerome Powell, he's remarkably consistent. And you can basically, it's fascinating to hear the questions and answer session, no question about that. But he is remarkably consistent from that opening statement, and that's really what you pull out. Sound and resilient is the banking system. That was one. Two, additional policy firming. That was the phrase we heard over and over again, and that was the one changed from additional rate hikes, and as well as the fact that it was unanimous. But you can try to push him, but he's not going to really move much from that original statement. What strikes me, Shauna, is that how much has changed in the last 3-4 weeks, given the SVB collapse and First Republic and instability in the banking crisis? Yet, from the words of Jerome Powell, not much has changed. The more things change, the more they stay the same. He has not moved from the 2% target. He has not moved much from their terminal rate. He has really been a rock, whether you like it or not. That's your call. He has not veered much at all. And it sounds like SVB didn't really change his perspective on what they need to do, nor of the economic conditions.
Yeah, at least up until this point, he said, of course, they want to see just more data. He's waiting for the results of the investigation. Like you said, he also did welcome an independent investigation. But I think the eventual maybe economic impact of the instability, or some of the turmoil, I should say, that we've seen in the banking sector, that has yet to be seen. And that's also something that Jay Powell reiterated a number of times throughout this press conference. He also said, in terms of his commitment here, Fed officials, he was saying, agree that rate cuts are not in our base case right now. We know the market going into this press conference, going into this FOMC decision, was anticipating the possibility of a rate cut later this year. Powell pushing back on that once again. But I think a lot of the questions, though, remain about the banking crisis. Yes, for right now, Powell was very confident in the fact that things were strong, things are solid, and nothing to be worried about. But then he did say that they will do whatever it takes in order to keep the banking system safe and sound, like you were saying. So he did a good job, I think, walking that very tight rope, really addressing the concerns that obviously we do have within the banking sector right now, but also remaining very committed to their goal and what it has been of bringing down inflation.
Price stability.
Yeah.
Remaining consistently anchored to their goal.